Hey guys, Chucky here bringing you guys a new video, and today I just want to talk about a few things of why I quit the game in the past and some of the concerns I still have with the game going forward, and a couple of nitpick things that I just want to talk about in general, and things that I think could be changed to help the future of the game and help the game become more healthy. So first off, the reason why I quit the game is just because of the lack of innovation in the game. The game has always been the same since I've started playing. They introduced Coliseums, which started dying out as time went on because less and less people started entering these. So those added a little bit more innovation. Also, they had like deathmatch and stuff like that. But now all they have is daily tournaments and elo. There's nothing really in between that to do on the off time of the daily tournaments, except to play in Fight Club or just continue playing in the tournament. Bracket. Just face people in there or whatever to test your deck. But other than that, there's really nowhere else to play. There's no way to earn Clint outside of just playing, daily tournaments or elo. So back in the past, you'd be able to go and do your daily tournament, go and do deathmatch, earn some Clints, go back to the daily tournament, and then earn some more Clints and possibly some credits. And over time, you could just build up this nice Clint gaining system that allowed you to just get a bunch of Clints and then buy some cards, and then you can start doing a little bit better in both of these, earning more Clints, and then you can build up. And this is a nice progression for a new player. They can feel like they can actually get somewhere where they see a 10k card, and they can actually achieve that 10k card by doing daily tournaments plus the death matches. Even if they're losing pretty badly in the death matches and the daily tournaments, they're still able to achieve a certain level of Clint gaining. I mean, you'd be able to do one match in a DT, earn 50 Clints. 50 Clints is not much, but over time, if you're just doing one match every, 2 hours, or two matches every DT you're doing one match, then you're going to earn whatever was the Clints for that, plus the 50 Clints. So now you're earning, anywhere between 51 and 55, something like that, an hour, which isn't the best because you could just play a bunch of matches and earn more than that, but for a newer player, it definitely does help just to get that little bit of a boost. Now there's nothing to do, as I said, in between those daily tournaments to earn Clints except just play regular matches, which slows down the progression, makes it a more grindy, drawn out game. There's no innovation. Every game is going to be the same. It's going to be your guys versus their guys every single time. Yeah, there's innovation or there's diversity within the characters with over 1,200 characters or whatever it is at this time. That you can have that changing of the guard kind of thing there, but it definitely does limit what you can actually do in the overall grand scheme of everything. If they had something that was like a 1 week league, and I'm taking this off of Path of Exile because Path of Exile does this really well. They do these 1 week or 1 month or a few hour races where you could play in those and you can earn really good prizes. And if they did something like that for Urban Rivals, where they had like a 1 week play set where the rules were specific, like your cards cannot have more than 6 power, your cards cannot have more than 2 stars, and they put these on for a week. These are going to give opportunities for newer players to earn Clints as they rise up in those, and you can play as many matches as you need, or they can limit it to 100 matches, something like that. Where you could just, build up this block, and they can give a nice chunk of Clints to a certain level. Of course, the top players will get the best prizes working the way down, just as they did in the Coliseums. But you can make that lowest prize even something significant, like 1,000. If you played all 100 matches, you get 20k Clints or something like that. And that's going to be able to give these newer players something to grasp for, and they're going to be able to play the game more effectively, and they're going to want to stay with the game because now they can, really afford some cards, and they could start building up a nice collection. Maybe not 20k if you play all 100. Maybe you get like 5k or something like that if you play all 100 matches. Plus those 100 matches, you're going to get between 1 and 5 Clints if you lose them all. So you can earn another 500, around 500 just doing that. So, I mean, 5,500 just for playing 100 matches if you're under a certain level of players, and they can keep changing this, and they can keep changing the rule sets within these and make them very, very interesting over time and very innovative. And they can have a set on there where it's like all cards get -10 attack to their attack or something like that, or you can't use you know you can only have 2 of each clan in your deck, so you have to have 4 different clans, something like that. It could just be very innovative on what they could do. And I think that's one of the issues, is just the innovation, and the leveling system is just not in place to be successful. It's just going to drive players away if they don't spend real money, because they're going to be so behind players like me who've been playing for a very long time, and they're never going to be able to catch up. They're never going to be able to get Kalindra, because they're going to quit way before they can get anything like that, because they don't have the drive to go for it if they're not spending real money. So being a free-to-play game, you definitely want to keep those people there. And as they get older, they're going to want to buy, credits, and they're going to want to buy packs and stuff like that. And so that's one of the biggest issues I have, is just the player base dying out from lack of innovation, and the lack of being able to bring it to newer players. Another issue I have with the game is that half clans, as this deck is, aren't very good anymore. They're just really inconsistent, and the reason for that is because bonuses are so significant, and the reason why you're using a clan is usually that bonus and their synergy together. When you don't have that synergy because you have one card in your hand that's pretty useless, like if I had Tiwi in my hand and it was 3 Vortex, I'm pretty much in a bad place, because now I have a defeat +3 life that's not doing anything for me. And it's the same as if I had, Vector with the hand of Frozen. He does nothing. But this deck does synergize pretty well, so this isn't really a good example, but it's really tough to make a half clan deck and be very, very successful. I'm not saying it cannot be done, because if you can play well enough, you could be successful with almost any deck. But bringing it to the level of a full clan deck, like just using full Vortex, is probably more efficient than this deck is, or using full. I mean, maybe not using full Frozen, because I think the Frozen get really good benefit off of the Vortex here. This deck's all based off of 4 damage in Zoid or Kalindra, so you can win without them, but that's the main purpose of this deck, is just to do 4 damage. But getting off topic, so that definitely limits the amount of deck opportunities that you have, because pretty much you're going to want to buy the best card from the clan that you really want to use and that you really think are really good because of their bonus, and then you're going to work your way down off of that one card and make a deck based around that card. In this case, Kalindra and Zoid are those 2 cards. So it's just a pretty strange place to be in for half clans, because when I first started, half clans were really, really good decks. Most decks were half. You saw a lot of Piranhas plus Geist. That was a really big thing back then. You also saw a lot of All-Stars plus Bangers. That was a really big thing. So seeing that this has died out is a real issue for me. Another thing that I have an issue with that has to do with daily tournaments. In daily tournaments, the prize give out isn't very consistent, because I had a friend who just played 1 match, and he got a few less credits than Clint's than I did when I came in top 20. So I was in the top 20 between 10 and 20, and he only got a few less than I did, and he only played 1 match. And a guy who got top 10, who was also on my friend's list, he got more than double me. So that means the prize from 1 to 10 is just so significantly larger than the difference between top 20 and top 300. So it's like, it's really iffy, and I get this. This is for newer players. They can gain a lot of Clints off of this now, because they can just play 1 match, get 100 Clints. It's pretty significant. And since you could do 2 daily tournaments, you could do the Type 1 and the Type 2 at the same time. So you could just play 1 match and 1 match each, so you can get 300 Clints now, which is a lot more than getting 50, which I'll give credit to that, but there's still nothing to do in between those daily tournaments. So It's just a kind of bad prize support, I think, in my opinion, and just the way that it's paid out based on the jackpot, I think could be fixed a little bit so that way these players under 150 aren't getting paid as much as the players who, won all these matches to get into that top 20. Because I worked hard to get into that top 20. He only played one match, and he still got a few less clints than me. Like, it was a very small margin. It was like 4, maybe 5, something like that. And I was like, no, this is kind of stupid. There's no reason to really try going forward on that. I mean, to get the credit and get the tokens, I guess, but at the same time, are those really even worth that much? I mean, you can roll the tokens and get hundreds of clints. In the gold one, I've gotten Elizabeth, so I was able to sell Elizabeth for 20k. I'm not 20k, 45k. I don't know why I said 20k there. But it's just like that area that's just like, well, this player worked harder, so they should be getting more than this player who didn't work at all. Another issue that I have with the game at this current moment is the pack support. So if you go to the shop, I hope you guys can see this. Yeah, it should be cut down here. Sorry if the recording is weird. I don't know if it's going to fit onto YouTube, but I'm just trying to format this the best I can and get it to most visually pleasing for you guys with what I have to record with at this moment. But the packs, they only have 6 packs here. So the problem with only having 6 packs, it limits the amount of options that you can actually buy packs from. So if you don't want new bloods, because a lot of people aren't going to want new bloods, especially if they're new players, getting new bloods is not the best because it's pretty much an expansion on the main game. So what you're going to want is you're going to want an elite pack, but you might not have 40 credits and you might not be able to buy into 40 credits. You can easily earn 20 credits just by playing the game. If you're just playing the game over and over and over, you're going to eventually earn 20 credits. And with those 20 credits, you can buy a new blood pack and get 3 characters. But if they went back to how they used to have it and have a regular pack that has all the clans in it, not just specific clans, because I'm not a huge fan of the specific clan thing either. But you buy a pack, contains 3 characters from all the clans, and that would be very good for newer players. Same with the 40 credit, or you could even make it 35 and make it all clans instead of picking 4 specific clans, which once again I do not like. The best thing for a new player to do though is to spend $20 and get a Armageddon pack, because getting an Armageddon pack is going to give you 60 characters. Even if you don't want those clans, you can always sell those cards, and the value of getting Armageddon packs is just so much larger than getting any of the other packs that there's no reason not to get Armageddon packs. So that's just the way I see it anyway. But getting the new blood packs is all right if you go and get them on Friday, because that's the only option people have right now for newer players, is to build up to that 20 credits playing DTs, because you can easily get 150 if you lose every match in a DT. Because so many players are just playing one game to get 100 clints. So it's really easy to get to there, and newer players can, and then they can buy a pack. But they need more options for packs. They need packs that have all clans in it, and they need packs that are, maybe cost more, but you only pick 2 clans or something like that. I think the more packs that they add, the more options there are, and the more chances that people have of spending real money. And this is something that they could do more of a money grab, because if they had just a pack like an elite pack, but it costs 35 or 30, and it gave you, 6 characters from all clans, 1 rare, I would buy those. I would buy those all day. Those would be the packs that I would buy the most. Just putting that out there. Interesting fact. That 125 credits right there, I get those for free by doing things on the Android. I signed up for the WWE Network free. 1-month trial. You could cancel right away. So if you want to do that, if you have an Android, I don't know if it's on iPhones or iOS or whatever, but definitely it is on Androids. And you can go to the WWE. It gets 115 credits. You use those 115 credits. You can then purchase, or you put in your credit card information, whatever, PayPal. But the 1 month is for free, and then you just instantly cancel it as soon as it begins. So you won't have to pay, you won't have to worry about, or you can just use it for the full month and, watch the next pay-per-view, which is Hell in a Cell, if you're into wrestling, which I do watch wrestling. So but I already have the WWE Network, so they should have gave me the credits for free. So yeah, that was just a couple of things that are concerning me. I really like the Coliseum that they put out the last time with the 50 credits to go in, because I got all those credits for free that you see right there. Most of these were, not most of them, some of them were DT, but I installed a lot of Android apps and got a lot of credits. And then I saw that coming up, and that's how I have so many Clint's right now, is because from that tournament, and I bought a bunch of cards. Plus, I've been buying and selling cards and making profits off of them, which has helped me, boost up my collection quite a bit. I invested a lot of money to make a lot of money. That's an important factor in this game also. Is trends. You hold on to your cards for a long time, you come back from the game, they're worth a ton more than they were worth when you left. So yeah, with the release of the rebirth cards and stuff like that. Another thing that I really like about the game right now is that I think the market is in a really good place. Clans have their highest value not CR card around 50k, and that's for every clan. So you're able to, around 50k, get the best card that clan is offering that's not a CR. Like Kalindra is obviously 200k, but it's the best card in Frozen. The next best card is, significantly less than Kalindra is. And actually Frozen are really, really cheap clans, but you could get these leaders of these clans for relatively cheap and build up on the deck over time after that. I think it's a really good tactic, and I think they're going the right direction with the market. I don't know how that market works there. I don't know if they inflate it a little bit or they decrease it a little bit. But players definitely drive the market quite a bit, mostly. And I think it's in a really healthy place. You can get some really good cards for under 1k. I mean, Zoid is 18k, 1.8k. I mean, Krung is 2.3k around there. And those are really, really solid Vortex cards. And Vortex is one of the best clans, in my opinion, because their bonus is just so strong. And I've been saying that. You can check the videos back a million years ago when everybody was saying they're bad. I said they were like the best clan, and I still stand by that. The bonuses of the new clan I don't really like. I'm going to be honest with you. Stop manipulation of attack I don't think is very good. It's very situational, and it can work against them by giving them pretty much nothing. They do have some good abilities on their cards, so I will give them credit for that. Riot's also not a very good bonus. A +1 pill, whether you win or lose, is alright, but at the same time, in a lot of situations, it's not going to be life or death kind of bonus, as you would have for Revenge, Power, and Damage +2, which I think is a really good bonus if you're using it in a half clan. I don't think Frozen full clan is that great. I mean, there are options for it to make it good, but I don't think it's that great. And Defeat, recover 2 out of 3 pills, I don't think, well, it does work by itself because it's really, really good. All you gotta do is win the first round and go with the 8 power guy, and then you win. You're gonna want bonuses that don't make or break the cards, and I think the newer ones don't really make or break the cards, and their abilities are really good, but then they lose to SOA cards, which is an issue. And you want cards that are like balanced, or clans that are balanced that can win with their abilities and their bonuses, and I think both Vortex and Frozen have that. So I think these are two of the best clans. Right now Frozen's really, really cheap, but Vortex are pretty expensive, but I think they're probably the best clan in the game. But once again, the market's in a healthy place. Community has decreased quite a bit, but I think if they make some changes and make it more noob friendly, I think the game will increase significantly. It's just right now the learning curve for the game is just really extreme if you're not spending real money. So, but anyways, guys, I know I rambled on for quite a bit. I hope you guys stay tuned. I'll be bringing some pack openings. I'm going to buy 3 New Bloods tomorrow because I have the 120 credits. I might as well buy the 7 New Bloods. I'm trying to get Fiddle, so I don't want to buy Fiddle. I'm going to buy them tomorrow if I don't get them from those New Blood packs. But as soon as those New Blood packs come available, I am going to buy them. And it's 11 p.m. right now, and it happens usually around 5 or 6 a.m. And I work nights, so I'm going to be up all night anyways because it's my day off. So I'll be right there right when they come out. I'll be able to buy them and probably sell them for maximum price. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, I'll be able to sell the newest guys if I get them for the most expensive price. They hinted a little bit at a new Kolos type card. So we'll see what that's about, or it's going to be a huge DR. I don't know which one. I'm pretty excited to see it because they haven't hinted at a card like that on Facebook in a long while. So last time they did it was actually a common card, and everybody's like super disappointed. I forgot which one it was, but it was kind of stupid. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys rate, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys later.